Hi, everybody. This is Music Talk 16. It's February 19th, 2021. It's about 4:36 in the early evening. This is, again, Music Talk 101, number 16. And today we're going to talk about different tones, because I'm a big fan of tones. Someone asked me, why you have so many keyboards? Well, let me see the cat's out of the bag when I say this, but I have 36 synthesizers, 36 physical keyboards and keyboard modules, and all of them have different sounds and different tones. And you might wonder, well, a piano's a piano. That's not so. Just think about it. Now, normally when keyboard manufacturers or engineers create these sounds in the keyboards, these different tones, whether it's a piano or whatever, well, a piano for chord is going to sound a little different than the piano from Yamaha, or Elise's. And again, Roland has a different sound. Now, they may sound closely related because they are pianos, but let's talk about electric pianos. Let's talk about piano with electric piano behind it. Let's talk about strings. Let's talk about strings and pianos. If all keyboards were the same, you wouldn't have all these manufacturers making keyboards. And again, I'm a big believer in chords. I'm going to play a chord on, this is a chord right here. I'm going to play a chord on this keyboard. This is actually the Triton Extreme. It's fully blown out. It has like 5 or 6 expansion cards in it. And each expansion card is like adding another keyboard. But I'm going to use one of the keyboard sounds I love more than anything, especially if you're just playing without anything. And that would be the piano and strings. But over here, I'm going to play this Elise's, and this is called electric piano in ooze. So you're going to hear that ooze voice. Now I'm going to play the same chord, and I want you to listen. They both sound good, but it's a personal preference. All right, so see, I like that. Or I can go over here. So, you're not getting that sound that I just played on that Elise's on here. And one of the things I like to do, and of course, you're not going to get the same piano and string sound here over there. But this Elise's does have a nice piano and strings program, and I love that. Those are called layered programs. Layered programs, I'm playing the keyboard and it's playing another sound from somewhere else. No, that's this keyboard. A layered sound is a program that's built on top of another program, and they call it layered. Like you might have layered piano and ooze. You hear the ooze? You hear the ooze? That's behind it. You can really hear it good. Like if you play like those, I don't know, they say I play major something chords. I don't read music, okay, but some of the chords I play, a lot of people really love. But to really get those sounds out, if you want to know why I play some of the chords I play, because I'm trying to get all the tones out of that chord or out of that note. Like, check this chord out. Now, if you listen to that. That's beautiful. Now, what if I want to go into something else from that? So I want to go into, I want to lead into something else. Now, listen to the tone. So, if we go. Now I'm ready to go somewhere else, okay? But that sound is beautiful. I think it's beautiful, okay? Now, of course, whatever you do with yourself or by yourself, you're going to think it's nice. And that's not the case with me. I'm going to be honest with you because I'm hard on myself. And actually, you wouldn't even hear that that you couldn't even distinguish the difference of what I just did, because what I did was I took, I know what the notes are on the keyboard, so what I did was I took that A on the bottom on my chord, and then I took that A instead of playing the A, I had my bass in the same place, but I took that A and made it F sharp with the same chords. Now, I don't know, now you can hear it if I don't go right into it like I did over there. You can hear the difference in the sound, okay? But it's all about tones. One good thing about being a keyboard player, if you have a good ear, you could put together your own orchestra. Like keyboards have horns. Over here you can't see, but I have a Roland Phantom, the Phantom XR module, okay? The modules are always better than keyboards. Now, a module is a keyboard without keys, because a lot of times you can't afford this, you don't have the space for keyboards, so they make modules for keyboards. It's the same thing as a keyboard, it just doesn't have the keys. But the difference is, since it doesn't have the keys, they normally always give you more power. And one of the main powers I'm talking about is sounds. You get more sounds. And I love sounds. Let's get back. When you see me look that way, I am controlling some music software. I won't get off into my sequencing program as of now. But when I look to my left, I'm looking at my sequencing. So let's put a couple of chords together, and let's see what they sound like. So we're gonna do the piano and strings. Now, when you're playing, you can make it sound. The way you play dictates the style of music you're playing. And the chords you play, the chords dictate the type of music you're playing. Like you can play gospel chords, pop chords. I kind of like to stay off the grid. I don't play music like a traditional music player that's been taught. And they say, they got the 1-4-5 and the 4-3-1, whatever they do, what they call that. That's when you're playing the first chord out of the key you're in, and then you might go to the fourth chord in that key. But I don't do that. A lot of times I may start off with the third. They say I start off with the fifth. That's just where I play, and that's where I get those different tones from. So I'm going to play something, and I'm going to make it sound R&B, but maybe a little gospel, gospel, all right? So I'm going to play the same chord. I'm going to start off there, okay? So... Now, I'm going to play the same thing over here and watch the difference in this tone. So what do you think about that? Which one sounds better? Now, here we go. When you're a keyboard player, and if you could stay away from the books and the theory and all that stuff, that chord I played here, and if I go here, now I could, as a keyboard player, I could make that go. I could add lib to that and really make you want to cry if I threw this in. See how much better it sounds when I fill that in? So, and again, this is what I did. I started off with the first chord, went to the second chord, and I went to the C sharp, and I added another note. Now, the key to playing to me is, a lot of times people say, well, a lot of solo artists, because I'm a solo pianist or a solo keyboard player, but people think that that sometimes when you play, you're playing in the spirit. Okay, so in other words, what they're trying to say is that, well, you can't play that same thing again. Well, that's not the case with me because I'm a methodical keyboard player. And again, everybody knows my favorite musician is Prince, and my favorite keyboard player is George Duke. So of course I got to know how to play the same stuff again. I'd be doing them a disservice if I couldn't do that. And that's why you hear me talking about melodies all the time. And that's why you hear me talking about melodies. I love melodies. I don't do a lot of vocals on my songs, but if I were doing a melody, is normally what the hook would be saying in a song if you sung, or what the person would be singing. That's your melody, okay? So let's wrap this up so we won't be on here too long. Again, I'd like to thank you for listening to Marcellus music. I have over 280 songs / videos on YouTube. Please feel free to go to YouTube and subscribe to Marcellus if you don't mind. And if you like what you're hearing, it's free. For now, I've always gave my music away for free. That's just what I do now. But one of these days, that could change. It just depends on if I get out in the market and decide to go out there and perform a tour or something like that. But you never know. But again, and that day may be coming. So I may be looking for some musicians, mainly keyboard players. Because if I put a band together, I'm more than likely going to want a lot of keyboard players, me and 2 other keyboard players and a drummer. And that will cover a lot of the stuff that I like doing. But again, I appreciate you. I love you all. I love my fans. I'm glad you like my music, and I hope you continue to listen. And again, you can come to my website and check me out. I have a computer company called Detail Solutions Computers. Actually, it's Detail Solutions Computers and Audio, because I do audio too. I put together sound systems. I build and design computers for studios, for video production, music production. I build and repair computers. I do servers. I could build a computer. You could work here or there with systems. So that's some of the stuff I do. The website is www.detailsolutionscomputers.com. And I am the owner, and I'm a state and federal certified and registered vendor for Illinois. And my credibility, I have a little bit of credibility. I'm Duns and Bradstreet certified, and I say that so you can know I'm not one who's going to try to rip you off. I don't believe in that. And my philosophy is everybody should be happy. If I do anything for you, if I do business for you, we're all going to be happy. And again, thank you. And this is Music Talk 101, number 16.